Hello students. Today we will study about the galvanic cell, which is also called voltaic cell. A galvanic cell is a device in which chemical energy it is converted into electrical energy. Chemical energy of these chemicals, they are taken here as an electrolyte, and their chemical energy it is converted into electrical energy. See, this is one cell in which zinc rods are here, and this aqueous solution is zinc sulfate. This is a copper electrode, and this is copper sulfate solution, and this whole cell it is called Daniel cell. Okay, galvanic cell, and it is called Daniel cell because zinc with zinc sulfate and copper with copper sulfate, it was done by the Daniel for the first time. Daniel was a scientist. And see, zinc rod it is made negative electrode. Okay, that is anode, and this is the positive electrode, that is cathode. Always remember this thing: in a galvanic cell, this positive electrode it will always remain towards the right hand side, and this is called cathode. This is negative electrode, and this negative electrode it is always present on the left hand side. Okay, and it is called anode. Here this anode it is made up of zinc, and this cathode it is of copper. Now these two, if you'll see, one key is here, and ammeter or voltmeter will connect here to show or to see whether the electric current is flowing through it or not. Okay, see, electrons are flowing from this direction to this direction, and it is in the opposite direction. It means that current is flowing through it. Okay, see, this half electrode, this half one, it is called oxidation electrode. This electrode it is called oxidation electrode. Oxidation because here zinc atom they will convert into zinc ion by losing two electrons. In anode, which is a negative electrode, oxidation half reaction will take place. Oxidation half reaction means metal atom it will convert into metal ion by losing electrons. This is a reduction electrode. Here in this reduction electrode, see, it will lose two electrons. These electrons they will move from here, they'll come here, and these two electrons from this zinc ion, these two electrons will come here, and copper ion from the aqueous solution, this copper ion it will gain those two electrons here and get accumulated here. It will convert into copper metal. So gain of electron is taking place here, it means it is reduction electrode, and here loss of electron is taking place, it is a oxidation electrode. Anode always left hand side, that is a negative one, and cathode always right hand side. Okay, so see, anode it is negative electrode, the electrode at which oxidation takes place, and cathode the electrode at which reduction takes place. Now see, a salt bridge is also present over here. Salt bridge it is a U-shaped tube which is filled with either the concentrated solution of KCl, KNO3, such electrolytes which are inert, or we can fill these electrolytes like KCl, KNO3, these electrolytes along with agar-agar or gelatin. When it solidifies, then it is used as a salt bridge. Actually, the function of the salt bridge is, see, functions are written here also. It completes the electrical circuit by allowing the ions to flow from one half cell to the another half cell, and secondly it maintains the electrical neutrality of the solution. Actually, see, if zinc will come here, this metal, zinc metal, it will come here in the solution, then what will happen? The zinc ion will be more in number as compared to the sulfate ion, and since zinc ions will be more, they will accumulate here near the electrodes, and they will stop the further reaction. So to neutralize these excess of zinc ions, KCl, which is present inside this U-shaped tube, it comes here to neutralize excess zinc ions. And here see what will happen. Here copper ions they are accumulating here by gaining two electrons, they are accumulating here, And when the number of since they are uh, converting into copper metal here, it means sulfate ion will be more here, and since sulfate ion will be more, they will again hinder the proper functioning of the electrode. So these sulfate ion, they will increase in the cathodic solution, and sufficient number of K plus from this sufficient number of K plus, they will migrate from salt bridge to the cathode solution, and they maintain the electrical neutrality. So this is how this salt bridge works. And see, it is losing two electrons. Upon losing two electrons, it will change into zinc ion. These two electrons, they will migrate from this electrode to this electrode. When two electrons will come here, copper, it will gain two electrons and will accumulate here and will change into copper atom. Okay, reduction is taking place here towards the right hand side, and in left hand side oxidation will take place. Now this was all about the salt bridge and its functions. Now representation and cell reaction of a galvanic cell. How we will represent the cell? See, we know that metal M, it is changing into metal ion. Aqueous solution, it is changing, means oxidation half cell. For a Daniel cell, if we talk about, okay, first we'll study this also. And when metal ion is in aqueous solution and it is changing into metal by gaining two electrons, or the number of electrons, n electrons, it will gain, and this is the reduction half cell. If we talk about the Daniel cell, we know that zinc in zinc sulfate and copper in copper sulfate, it is present here. Zinc, it will change into zinc ion by losing electrons, and loss of electron is oxidation. It means left hand side, it is oxidation half cell, anode. And this is towards the right hand side, it is reduction half cell, copper ion, they will gain two electrons and they will convert into copper atom. It is cathode. Now see, in place of aqueous, if molarity is given to us, we can write this molarity here: concentration 1, concentration 2. And concentration will always write for aqueous solutions only, not for metals. For aqueous solution only we can write the concentration, that is moles per liter, moles per liter. Molarity here we can write. Now next is, in a galvanic cell, the oxidation electrode is always written at the left, always at the left. Oxidation always at the left, and reduction always at the right. See, this is separated by drawing a single line. Zinc, it is changing into zinc ion by a single straight line, and it is representing a salt bridge. Salt bridge is present over here, and here copper ions, they are converting into copper atom. So this is anode and this is cathode. This is how we can represent a cell. This is anode, where oxidation is taking place, then salt bridge, and then where the reduction is taking place. Then electrode potential. Electrode potential, it is a tendency of an electrode to lose or gain electrons when it is in contact with its own ion solution. It is having its own ions in the solution. Then the tendency of an electrode to lose or to gain electron, it is called electrode potential. See, electrode potential, if we talk about, it can be done like in three ways. It is the null electrode, first one, where metal atom, it neither gains or nor loses electrons. Metal atom or ion, it undergoes no change. Then the electrode is called null electrode. Okay. Secondly, when the metal atom, uh, it gets oxidized, oxidation potential, then it is called, means metal, it will change into metal ion by losing electrons. And when metal atom, it will lose electrons, that electrode is negative electrode develops a negative potential over there, losing two electrons. Now next third one, when the metal ion gets reduced, means metal ion reduction potential. Metal ion, when it will gain electron, it will get reduced, and that electrode, it develops a positive potential. Okay, the one which gains electrons develops a positive potential, reduction potential, and the one which loses electrons, oxidation potential, it develops a negative potential. The electrode potential is actually the potential difference between the electrode and the solution. The potential difference between electrode and the solution, and it is represented as E. E is called E naught when, see, E naught is standard electrode potential, and E, that electrode potential, is called standard electrode potential when temperature of the electrode assembly is 298 Kelvin or 25 degrees Celsius. The ionic solutions, they are of molarity 1 mole per liter, and pressure if used for the assembly it is 1 atmosphere, then it is called standard electrode potential. If you are talking about standard oxidation potential, it is E naught oxy or E naught M oblique Mn plus. Metal is converting into iron. Standard reduction potential, where E naught reduction or E naught Mn plus oblique Mn M. Okay, and see, this is what, here oxidation is taking place and here reduction is taking place, and the value of oxidation, it is equals to the negative of reduction. Means suppose it is 1.06, so it will be minus 1.06. Only this is the difference between this, but about all this we'll study later on. Thank you.